An absolutely sweltering Tuesday evening here at CSM Field. But we got some baseball to play. It's the second of a two-game set between the Menlo Park Legends and the San Francisco Seagulls. Menlo Park last time out blew out the San Francisco side 8-1. Now, second of a two-game set. Nate Martin here with Victor Martinez to call it for you. Victor, what should be San Francisco looking to do this time?
Well, San Francisco, the last game, really struggled to get on base. I really think that was their weakness, and really it's been the weakness against the Legends all season. They have kind of put together no runs against this Legends pitching staff, which has struggled at times with the walks. So really looking for San Francisco to get on base, get a couple guys on, get a couple guys in, and for the Legends to keep up what they're doing. I mean, they've only given up 2 runs in 3 games to the Seagulls so far, so they've obviously got the scouting report on them. They're looking to continue that today.
The bump today for Menlo Park is Reese Lewick. And then, leading things off for San Francisco is Matt Moreno, the third baseman. As we are awaiting the first pitch very shortly. Menlo Park looking to sweep San Francisco here in this early July set. First pitch, 504. Misses the zone 1-0. It'll be Reese Lewick on the bump. Plays his college ball for UNLV. That one has popped up. Moves it up 1-1. Foul. That features a 4-pitch mix: sinker, slider, cutter, and changeup. What should we be expecting from Lewick mainly?
Yeah, well, Lewick's kind of an interesting case among the Legends pitchers. I mean, you see a lot of Legends guys really rely on their fastball, but Lewick a little bit of a lower velo on it. He's going to be a little bit more deceptive, really likes those slider-cutter combination. It's a very similar pitch, but a pitch that he will throw harder is the cutter. It's been his go-to pitch to get swings and misses, and I mean, we see behind in counts, even in counts, ahead in counts. It's basically a coin flip with what he will go to between the fastball, cutter, and slider.
And already, first batter face goes down on strikes. Matt Moreno back to the dugout after the swing and strike 3 to bring up Shane Stanley. Go through the San Francisco order. It'll be Matt Moreno batting first, Shane Stanley batting second. Kai Holm in the 3 spot as that hits Stanley. First pitch. Tough for Lewick after striking out the first guy.
Yeah, really tough. We're seeing a little bit of increased velo here from Reese Lewick. 86 on the gun right there on that last pitch that hits the batter. We've seen him top out at 88 in the past. He's sitting around 85. Really started the season off in the low 80s, has progressed a little bit as the summer has gone along, but along with that added velo has also happened some command issues. We've seen him struggle with command in his last few starts, walking a couple and then hitting a batter right there.
So it'll be Kai Holm to the plate right now. On deck is Josh Algarin. Nav Sundar batting 5th, Ryan Lordier 6th. Ethan Rohn batting 7th as that one is hit towards foul territory, brings the count to 0-2. And then closing things out, it'll be Isaiah Landry in left field, who had a great game in the field yesterday. And then Logan Hart closing things out. 0-2 very quickly to Kai Holm, the shortstop. Lewick looking to bounce back after hitting Stanley first pitch. 0-2. Finds his own. Strike 3 looking. So Lewick. First 3 batters face. One goes down. Oh, that'll actually...
Batting fourth.
Yeah, that was a strikeout. What was I saying?
Josh Algarin.
So 1 batter faced. Goes down swinging. The other one to get out. Goes down looking. That one was an interesting call there by the home plate ump.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit of credit goes there to Max Shore, who's behind the plate for the first time for the Legends today. Reese Lewick going to that cutter for the first 2 strikeouts of the game.
He did say it was his preferred strikeout pitch, showing it early here in today's contest. As you mentioned, Max Shore, this is his first game behind the dish. Got some at-bats as a DH in yesterday's win. Now the Fresno State man making his debut in the field for Menlo Park. 1-0 to the lefty Algarin, who hits that one into opposite field, going foul, tracking his Treese. It'll just drop, kind of in a no-man's land, brings the count to 1-1. We'll go for the rest of the field right now for Menlo Park. First base, Emmett Finney. Second base, Kevin Shea. Shortstop is Josh Quinn. Third baseman is Keenan Treese. And then from left to right in the outfield, it'll be J.P. Avila, Logan Musey, and Evan Bilter. Reese Loick. Third pitch of the at-bat to Algarin. Misses the zone, 2-1. Loick just wrapped up his sophomore year at UNLV. And had a pretty solid season besides one bad outing. It was shut down for the Rebels bullpen, now working out as a starter for the Legacy in today's contest. It's really something we've seen a lot for each team here in Menlo Park, the Legacy and the Legends. Guys being used all around as starters, as bullpen arms, middle inning guys, and guys that can close out games.
Yeah, and for Chris DeBoo's ball club especially, we've seen a lot of guys like Michael Taylor yesterday get the start. Richard Keel, who had been mainly a bullpen arm for Menlo College 2 years ago, now Reese Lewick out of the bullpen. We also saw guys like Cole Roberts get starts at Walnut Creek. So really seeing Chris DeBoo doesn't really have a defined role for a lot of guys. He just fits guys in wherever he needs pitchers, and so far they've answered the bell.
So it'll be the full count pitch once again to Algarin. As we go back to first base, just checking in on Shane Stanley over there. Lewick this year, pretty impressive for the Legends. 2.29 ERA. Just struck out 20 batters in 19 2/3 innings of work, as that will be hit to the third shortstop Quinn for the final out of the inning. Reese Lewick strikes out 2. No runs come across the plate in the top of the first. When we return, it'll be Logan Musey, Evan Bilter, and Jordan Crawford to the plate. Welcome in here, bottom of the first. It'll be Musey, Bilter, and Crawford to the plate for Menlo Park. Starting things off with Logan Musey. Coming into the game, in place of a usual leadoff hitter, Hayden Young-Goldberg, who has an off day today. First pitch to the righty, Musey. Hit over to short, third, for a one pitch out. One up, one down here in the bottom of the first. It brings up Evan Bilter. Couldn't ask for a better start than that if you're San Francisco.
Yeah, that's great for San Francisco to start off the game with a first pitch out there from Owen Gallegos. Potentially we're going to be seeing a lot of weak contact from the Legends today. Really looking for them to barrel up this cutter, which it looks like he's featuring. Usually with cutters, you're going to see a lot of ground ball, weakly hit ground balls and weakly hit fly balls. So really looking for the Legends to stay on that pitch and hammer it into the outfield for base hits.
Gallegos has only struck out 5 batters all season. As that one gets away from him, evens it up 1-1 to Bilter. So clearly a pitch to contact guy.
Yeah, and sometimes what happens when you're a pitch to contact guy, especially in a summer league, sometimes the fielders do get lazy at times, and we've seen a lot of errors happen on both sides for the Legends and the Legacy, both the visiting team and the home team. A lot of errors in the CCL and BACL, so really got to be careful if you're a pitch to contact guy.
Already kind of punching the zone 1-2 here to Belter after strike 2 looking. 4th pitch of the at-bat. Just low, evens it up 2-2. Gallegos this summer probably going to be asked to do a little more than what he's been doing all year. Has not pitched more than 3 innings in a game all season. So that one is fouled off 2-2. We'll do it again from Belter. Belter today in right field, kind of the position where we've seen him most.
Yeah, and it's not surprising to see Evan Bilter out there in right field. He has a very strong arm. Talked with pitching coach Marcelo Saldana about potentially getting him on the mound. Doesn't sound like that's going to happen, but it was definitely a topic of discussion between Saldana and Chris DeBoo.
Full count now after the ball inside to Bilter. Job coming back in the count here. He has great plate vision for Menlo Park this summer. 3-2 pitch. That'll be ball 4. It's a 1-out walk for Gallegos to put Bilter on. Brings up Jordan Crawford to the plate.
Batting third, designated hitter, number 32, Jordan Crawford.
And if there's been anyone standing out the most for this Legends side on offense, at least, it's Jordan Crawford, hitting .435 with a slugging at .609, OBP of .552. He's been absolutely incredible at the plate this summer. First pitch to Crawford, looked at for ball 1. So it will be Crawford at the plate. Bilter on first. Bilter has some speed. He's stolen 3 bags so far this summer. 1-0 pitch comes. Swinging. Brings the count to 1-1.
That's a great pitch right there by Gallegos. A fastball that just looks like it's going to be right over the heart of the plate and then cuts in on the left-handed Jordan Crawford.
So tough, especially for lefties. It's a pitch where you see a lot of pop-ups into the outfield. As that'll be hit past the second baseman. Crawford continue the inning with a 1-out single. Bilter holds up at second. So now 2 on, brings up JP Avila to the plate for Menlo Park.
And this is a great situation here for JP. We've seen him come through a million times for the Legends. Jordan Crawford on that last pitch kind of gets jammed a little bit, but still able to fight it off into right field. 87 miles an hour off the bat from Jordan Crawford.
Avila had a RBI in yesterday's win, 3 at-bats. Had a great weekend series as well against Walnut Creek. First pitch to him is going to be hit foul, 0-1. He had 2 home runs over the weekend against Walnut Creek, including one that went 450 feet. It's not distances you see in the CCL.
Yeah, not a lot of distance you see, not a very common distance you see in the CCL, but you take a look at JP Avila and you can absolutely see that he can do that.
As he hits that one hard to left field. But straight to Isaiah Landry for the second out of the inning. That was 104 miles an hour off of the bat of JP Avila.
Yeah, like we were talking about, a very strong guy, a guy that can absolutely put good wood on the ball. A little bit of kind of how baseball goes right there. I mean, Jordan Crawford gets jammed a little bit, fights one off into the right field for a base hit. John Paul Avila absolutely scorches that baseball and does not get rewarded.
And if you go through Avila's Twitter, half of it's going to be videos of him playing basketball. The other half is him in the gym maxing out. It'll be 2 outs here to Emmett Finney. Runners at first and second, swinging 0-1. Finney in yesterday's win had a solo shot in the 8th that went 410 feet. So another hard hit ball that went very far. Much further than you're used to seeing in the CCL. 0-1 to Finney. Hit. And continuing his great series against San Francisco. Bilter digs for home. Kind of in there. It'll be a 2-out single to score the first run of the game. Emmett Finney continuing his great series against San Francisco.
Yeah, Emmett Finney's had a couple of great days yesterday with the home run right there, getting the RBI single this morning, committing to San Jose State. So very glad to see Emmett going on to the next level, playing in Division I baseball next year.
Absolutely incredible to see. Probably didn't have anything to do with it. The home run's a nice little cherry on top to that. Because it'll be 0-1. The next man up, Kevin Shea, the lefty, starting another game here. 0-1 to Shea, goes outside, 1-1. Shea scored a run in yesterday's win. Today playing second base for the Legends. This will be 1-1. Runners at first and second. Hit over to second base. That'll be the third out of the inning. Ethan Rohn with the play in the field. So the Legends leave a couple runners stranded, but crucially score the first run of the game. It'll be 1-0 entering the top of the second. Top of the second, San Francisco already finds himself down 1-0 here. And now with Nav Sundar, Ryan Lordia, and Ethan Rohn to the plate, looking to come back here against Reese Luick. First pitch to Sundar. A low, ball one. Last inning, Luick struck out two Seagulls batters, one looking, one swinging. It's always nice when you can have both swing and miss stuff working and pitches that are finding the corners to get strikeouts looking.
Yeah, absolutely crucial if you're a pitcher. I mean, you got to be able to establish the strike zone first and foremost before you get those swings. So it's kind of an A leads to B situation right there for Reese Luick so far.
Ball. He's going to find the zone there. Swinging to strike two.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, Reese Luick really loving on his breaking balls so far this afternoon right there. Two cutters and then the slider for the swing and a miss.
1-2. Fouled off. Have to catch up to that one a little late there on the swing from Sundar. Stays at 1-2.
Yeah, and that's set up by the previous slider right there. You go 75 miles an hour on that one and then cutter 82 miles an hour.
The cutter was the strikeout pitch for the first two batters that went down. Trying to get it again with Sundar, but instead slows it down once again. Strikeout three, swinging from the first baseman. Great pitch there by Reese Luick.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good stuff from Reese Luick early so far. Looks like he has the swing and miss going. Looks like he has both slider and cutter going. The sinker has been a little bit spotty for him here early, looking for him to get more feel of that pitch as he goes on through this outing.
It's still his first time through the order. You can get away with having 2 pitches working, but as you go into the second, third time through, you love to get that sinker starting to be effective.
Yeah, especially with this lineup that's very righty heavy. Really easy to just pepper them with breaking balls as those balls just move away from them.
Cool. He called the ball, evens the count up at 1 apiece. Lordier did not go around. Lewick brings me a little sadness to say, but this is probably going to be his last appearance this summer for the Menlo Park Legends. Will be leaving the team in just a few days.
Yeah, very unfortunate to see him go, but he's had a great summer. I think he's made a lot of progress. So, as sad as we'll be to see Reese go, it's for the better. He will hopefully get an offer here soon, potentially go to a new school.
Yeah, looking to portal after a year at UNLV. 2 years at UNLV, excuse me. 3-1. Hit high into center field. And Musey will make the grab for the second out of the inning. So even though, Lewick gets behind the count, they're able to force a weak pop-up into center field for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, like we've seen from both of the pitchers on the mound today, both for the Seagulls and the Legends, going to that cutter, just getting some weak contact, gets the out right there. Very, very good pitch right there from Reese Lewick.
We'll bring up Ethan Rohn here, the second baseman, another righty in the San Francisco lineup. First pitch. And says that he went around 0-1 here.
It looked like a pitch that might have caught the strike zone. Maybe the home plate umpire got fooled by the swing, but Reese does get the strike. Now he's ahead in the count 0-2.
That was the sinker right there that got the check swing. 87 on the gun. Nice to see that one working a little bit there.
Yeah, that might be one of his higher velo pitches right there on the entire season. I mean, he's maxed out at 87.6. 87 on that last pitch, the last sinker.
So that will miss the zone 1-2. Has a couple pitches to give here, but looking to get out of the inning as soon as possible. 1-2 to Ethan Rohn. Lewick gets just fouled it off. Count will stay at 1-2, although he's just a couple millimeters away from striking out there.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. I mean, on that last pitch, it looked like it had a little bit more sweeping action. That pitch kind of backed up on him a little bit, so just by millimeters, he's able to foul that ball off right there and able to continue this at-bat.
Lewick 1-2. Almost hits the batter. Rohn evens it up 2 apiece.
Yeah, but that opens up the outer part of the plate for Reese Lewick here. I mean, you got him backed up a little bit on that sinker, potentially going to a breaking ball here outside for the swing and miss.
2-2. And goes to the breaking ball. Just misses the zone, though, 3-2.
But I like that pitch from Reese. It is a ball, but I think that's a pitch that potentially he would have swung at, and now he still has another pitch to play with here.
Only 3-2, 2 outs, nobody on here to Ethan Rohn, who hits that one foul. Well hit ball there. And it just goes foul. Rohn a little too early on the cutter. So we'll do the payoff pitch once again. Ethan Rohn looking to keep the inning going here for San Francisco. As he hits that one foul. Again down the third base line, but doesn't get in play.
Yeah, and you go back to that 1-2 pitch that he's just able to spoil it off just by millimeters like we were talking about, and so far it's been a very lengthy at-bat for Rowan. Unfortunate for Reese Lewick as he wanted to get him out really quickly to end this inning.
After a quick first 2 outs, Lewick definitely his pitch count up here in the inning as that one is popped up. And Kanan Shreese unable to make the grab. Sun was shining bright right there, and Treese couldn't get the grab. That will be a error right there for Kanan Treese. Allows Ethan Rohn to reach with 2 outs.
Yeah, very unfortunate for your Reese Lewick there. I mean, you had that last guy 1-2. You get the weak pop-up, and the fielder just drops the ball. You need to recoup here. I mean, he was walking off the mound, so you need to really regather yourself here, make a good pitch, and get this guy out quickly.
That brings up Isaiah Landry, who hit leadoff in yesterday's loss for San Francisco. Looks at that one, 0-1. Landry went 1 for 4. was only one of 2 guys for San Francisco who got a hit yesterday. 0-1. Finds his own again, 0-2. This is a good way to come back here from Lewick.
A great way to come back for Reese Lewick here. I mean, he's not bothered by that drop pop fly. It really seems like he's just gotten right back out there, and I need to get this batter out. And so far, 2 good strikes, looking to get him here on this last pitch.
0-2 to Landry. Gets the sinker looking. 4 strikeouts through 2 innings of work for Reese Lewick. Putting on a show here.
Looks like Isaiah Landry just got tossed.
It's Isaiah Landry. Yeah, just got ejected, I think. Quick end to his day right there. We'll be back shortly. We'll let you know what goes on between the umpire and manager Dominic Sebastiani when we're back. Bottom of the second, and yes, we can confirm Isaiah Landry tossed from today's contest. Andrew Tinsley into the game now in left field.
Yeah, really quick for Isaiah Landry to get sent home there on his first at-bat, getting tossed by the home plate umpire, and a pitch that was a strike according to our TrackMan.
That first pitch to Shore misses the zone 1-0. Though with this temperature, might be a little nice to hit the showers early if you're Landry.
And it looks like the Seagulls dugout is still giving the home plate umpire a tough time here, so potentially more ejections coming here soon.
Sebastiani now going to get a talking to from the home plate umpire. Still upset about it. And he just offered a warning to Sebastiani. Would not be ideal through an inning and a half to have your starting left fielder tossed and then your manager. Almost happened there. However, Sebastiani gets away with a warning. 1-0 to Shore. Looks that one. Low ball, too.
Yeah, we've seen an assistant get tossed for the Legends earlier this summer. We haven't seen a manager get tossed yet, so definitely would be a first here in CCL play.
Yeah, we'll have to take that one off of the season bingo card. 2-0 to Shore, who rips that one down left field line. Just foul, though. Unlucky for the catcher.
Yeah, very unlucky. It does look like it just does hook foul right there as the dirt kicked up on the left side of the foul line for Max Shore. Unfortunate.
Shore still looking for his first hit of the summer. 0 for 2 after his appearance in yesterday's game. Plays his college ball for Fresno State after committing there after 2 seasons at Riverside City College. 2-1 to Shore, who hits that one with the third baseman. It'll be getting away from him. Shore now will dig for second. It'll be an error right there for the Seagulls defense. So Menlo Park, their third baseman messed up on the top of the second. Now the Seagulls third baseman Matt Moreno throw gets away from him there to allow him shorter reach on the error.
Yeah, and that might be a little bit of a defensive lapse there by Nav Sundar. I think he could potentially gotten off the base. It looked like he really wanted to stay on to get the out, but him staying on the base allows the throw to get away and allows Max Shore to get in the scoring position here for the Legends.
So that'll bring up Kanan Treese for Menlo Park's third baseman, who looks at that one 0-1. Treese with a runner on second. In yesterday's game, that only had one at-bat, was unable to reach base. 0-1 to him. Hits that one into the gap. It will drop into no man's land. Shore will dig for, oh no, will hold up, and instead that allows Treese to advance to second.
And that did look like a last-minute hold for third base coach Josh Nikoloff. I think that's still the right call, even though he probably would have scored nobody out. No reason to send him right there.
Definitely the right call, in my opinion. You now have runners
Number 7, Josh Quinn.
2 in scoring position here for Josh Quinn, and after that, it's the top of the order back up already for Menlo Park. Bring up Josh Quinn, who had a 2-run hit, a 2 RBI single in yesterday's win. First pitch to Quinn, looked at for strike 1. Quinn, a return player for Menlo Park. This past spring for Cal Lutheran, hit 283 as he awaits the 0-1 pitch. Down low in the dirt, and that will score a run on the wild pitch. It'll now be 2-0 here in favor of Menlo Park.
Yeah, that's great for the Legends to get 2 runs up on the board early here. It looks like something they've just done against the Seagulls all season. They've been able to score early and keep them off the board on the other side of the ball.
It's still early in the contest, has to be said, but the Legends just continuing the trend of this series. In season meetings between Menlo Park and San Francisco. This is their 4th game played. The Legends have won all 3 previous. They're going to stay undefeated against the Seagulls. 1-1. Hit high into the outfield. That will drop for a hit. Will score Treese pretty easily. And that is still nobody out here in the second. 2-run innings so far with potential to do more.
Yeah, and it's great to see Josh Quinn getting back on his routine of just getting base hits. We saw him really struggle a little bit over the last couple of weeks to just get base hits, and right there yesterday with the 2 RBI single, today with an RBI single. Great piece of hitting, by the way, an 0-2 count for Josh Quinn to get an RBI.
So Quinn will be on first. Brings up the top of the order Logan Musey. As Quinn takes off, he does have some speed. 7 stolen bases this past season for Cal Lutheran, and will reach safely in the 1-0 pitch. Gallegos having a tough start to his day here. 3 runs have already come across the plate, so runner in scoring position with nobody out. Still nobody warming up for the Seagulls in the bullpen.
Yeah, like you mentioned, they might ask for him to go a little bit longer, especially after yesterday where they used up a lot of pitchers.
Legacy also a little light on pitchers today after a 3 games on the weekend where they all lost. Used a lot of arms in those 3 games, despite only using, Ebron and Taylor yesterday.
Yeah, it was a very good showing yesterday for the Legends pitchers. Today it does seem like they will be light on pitching again. Just might be the way Chris DeBoo designs his staff, where it seems like he'll just have a certain amount of guys for every single day, and sometimes some guys are going to be asked to go a little bit longer than other days.
So we 2-1 here to Musey. First time through the order, grounded out to third base. 4th pitch to him. Chopped to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. Big out there for Gallegos and the Seagulls side.
That's a big out for him. I think maybe Logan Musey kind of got fooled there by that cutter. A pitch that's kind of been breaking a little bit more. That one kind of backed up on him and able to catch the inside part of the bat, not the barrel.
That brings up Evan Bilter, who walked and scored the lone run in the first. First pitch to Bilter. Hit hard to second. That will be a quick out 2. So 2 pitches for Gallegos gets 2 outs, but the runner does advance. Brings up Jordan Crawford to the plate.
And this is exactly the guy you want up with runners in scoring position. We've seen him absolutely demolish baseballs every single time he's come up to the plate.
Yeah, 1 for 1 today, especially with 2 outs. It feels like this Legends side really good at scoring runs with 2 outs. As he looks at that one, 1-0. Crawford just wrapped up a year at Mid-America Christian University where we hit .252. Some RBIs, a few extra base hits. Continuing that streak on the bat into the summer. Looks at that one, 1-1. From Las Vegas, Nevada as well, so used to this heat. 1-1 to Crawford. Swing and miss, 1-2. With guys that have slower velocity, you do want to be trying to be hitting these balls as hard as you can, but Crawford just misses there. Brings the count to 1-2. Avila on deck. And goes down swinging. That is the first strikeout of the day for Gallegos, and a big one at that. Leaves the runner at third. It'll be 3-0 here as we enter the top of the third. Top of the third. Seagulls find themselves behind once again to Menlo Park. It is 3-0 here in favor of the Legends. Brings up the 9-hole hitter Logan Hart. First pitch looking 1-0. So it'll be Hart, Moreno, and Stanley to the plate. 1-0. Gets away 2-0 now to Hart. Hart in the outfield today for the Seagulls. Swings and misses at that one. 2-1. Good job getting the swing and miss there after getting behind 2-0. Brings it to 2-1. Look. Gets another swing and miss. 2-2. Way to come back in the count there.
Yeah, and really glad to see those swings and misses coming on sinkers, a pitch that he hasn't really had a good feel for so far, but 2 swings and misses right there against Logan Hart.
That will count to 3-2. Look, full count, high and away, ball 4. The leadoff man is on for San Francisco. We'll bring up the top of the order. Not ideal to walk the 9-hole guy with Moreno and Stanley on deck.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Reese Lewick right there. I mean, we saw him go to only fastballs and changeups right there, so you know, you kind of wonder if you his best pitch so far has been his cutter and his slider, and he didn't really throw it that at bat. Potentially a missed opportunity for Reese Lewick.
The runner takes off. It'll be a bunt laid down. And a successful one at that. The bunt allows Moreno to reach first and Hart to reach second. Brings up Shane Stanley.
Now batting, the catcher, number 34, Shane Stanley.
It'll be 2 on, nobody out here for San Francisco.
That was a great bunt right there by Moreno. Unfortunately, it looked like Reese Lewick and Max Shore just had some communication issues about who was going to take it. Shore fired off a strong throw, but was not in time to get Moreno at first.
And that was another attempted bunt right there from Stanley, 0-1.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, after you see the catcher and the pitcher not really have great communication, not really have that battery maintenance, why not test them again?
Makes sense. I mean, Shore's first time behind the plate. Lewick getting ready to leave. That one almost hits Stanley, 1-1. Although, to me, this is you kind of do give the advantage here in this situation to Lewick because Stanley was hit in his first pitch. This is kind of really his first time seeing Lewick today. 1-1. Misses his own 2-1. Stanley so far getting the best of him.
Yeah, unfortunate to see for Reese Lewick. I mean, you walk a guy on a 3-2 count, and then the next batter just reaches on a weakly hit ball right there on the bunt, and now 2-1 here to the next batter.
That is hit high, deep into left field, and a little drop for a hit. It didn't even feel like Avila ever tracked it. 1 run comes across the plate. We'll hold up for a 1-run double to bring the score to 3-1 in favor of Menlo Park.
Yeah, and that was a cutter right there from Reese Lewick. It's been his good pitch so far this outing, but that one just caught a little bit too much of the plate, and he was able to punish it into the gap for an RBI double.
90 off of the bat of Stanley, who's having a fantastic start to his day. Has reached base both times he's been up to the plate. Brings up the 3-0 hitter, Kai Holm, with 2 in scoring position. Nobody out here for San Francisco. First pitch to Holm. Hits him there, 1-0. And it feels like, Lewick, after a great first 2, just kind of a little out of whack here in the third.
Yeah, Nate, and you mentioned it going through the first time through the order. I mean, first time through, you can get away with 2 pitches. Second time and third time through, you really need to start mixing in that sinker, which really has not been there for him so far.
Swing and miss there, brings it to 1-1. Good pitch right there to bring back Lewick's confidence, perhaps, as that one is hit hard. Past Treese, unable to make the play at third. We'll hold up the runner at third. There's the single. Brings the Menlo Park lead down to 1. It's now 2-3 here in the top of the third. Nobody out. Runners on the corners for Josh Algarin.
Number 3, Josh Algarin.
It's been a tough day at third base for Caden Treese so far. I mean, you drop that pop fly and then that ball. Usually you're taught to body that up, and that one you just kind of olayed. So, unfortunate day for Caden Treese. It is a single, but definitely a play he could have made.
It was a ball that got there in a hurry. 85 off the bat at home, but got to do a little better to make the play if you're Treese. So we'll put runners at the corners. It'll be Holm at first, Stanley at third. For Josh Algarin, the left fielder. Excuse me, the center fielder. First pitch. Finds his own 0-1. That's exactly what you want to see there from Lewick.
And you're maybe seeing Reese Lewick slow it down a little bit here to get back in the strike zone. 84 on that last sinker.
0-1. Algren digs in. One just a little too outside of the sinker, 1-1. Just trying to just see how far he can expand that zone on the outside of the plate. Now maybe come back in to Algarin. Instead goes high and away, 2-1.
And we've seen the umpire give that call off the plate, but to righties with the lefty up, he hasn't really given that call off the plate.
2-1 to Algarin. Gets the swing and miss there, 2-2. I don't think he was expecting that.
Yeah, as a lefty, you're not really expecting a breaking ball, which is why sometimes it's a good pitch to go to. Right there, cutter, swing and a miss, not really expecting it.
2 on, nobody out here. 2-2 count to Algarin. Who hits that one? So tough for Lewick. It'll be a single that ties the game. 2 on, nobody out still for San Francisco, as it is now a 3-3 contest. And that brings Marcelo Saldana out of the dugout. Talk things over with Lewick. We'll be right back shortly. We'll go back in here. Runners on first and second for Nav Sundar. We're going to keep the inning going. It's 3 to 3 here. Sundar last time around struck out swinging. Hits that one though into the outfield. That will drop for a hit. The inning continues. It'll be safe at third. A double that takes the lead for San Francisco. It's now 4 to 3 here in the top of the third.
Yeah, that cutter just kind of backs up for Reese Lewick. Sundar's able to put good barrel on it, gets the RBI. Unfortunate to see for Reese. Still nobody warming up to the Legends, by the way, as they have a very short bullpen today. Could be potentially really bad for the Legends and manager Chris DeBoo.
I do see Dawson Raddick heading over there, though.
And Dawson Raddick was the guy that I talked to Chris DeBoo before the game. It seems like he's the guy that's going to be asked to be stretched out today.
As that one is hit into the opposite field, will just drop. One run will come across the plate. The other will, too. Excuse me, the other will hold up at third. They're just really liking these one-run hits here, aren't they? Why not with nobody out here?
Yeah, there's no reason to send them in there, and Sebastiani just tells them.
The first baseman, Finney, upset with what the dugout might be saying. Beef here early in the game. We've already seen one ejection, a warning to the manager. Chris DeBoo steps out of a dugout, possibly to defend his players here. I'm trying to figure out Sebastiani talking to one umpire. DeBoo will be talking to another. Just getting a little clarification. Emmett Finney just upset about what's going on here.
Seemed like a lot of chirping from the Seagulls dugout. Although I will say the Legends were doing the same thing, and that's kind of what the Seagulls dugout is arguing right now, that it does seem like they're getting a little bit targeted, but so far it's only been the Seagulls that have been told to calm down by the umpires.
Emmett Finney really did not like what was said. Really yelling at Sebastiani. I'm surprised with the warning that we haven't seen him tossed yet. Chirps getting louder and louder from the dugout. We've already seen one ejection. Sebastiani's team will be to remain in the game. What a sequence there. What has already been a long top of the third. 5 runs across the plate. 2 on, nobody out. If anything, though, that just gives Raddick more time to warm up.
Yeah, it's going to give Dawson Raddick more time to warm up in the bullpen. Like you said, nobody out so far here for Reese Lewick, who has unfortunately been tagged for 5 runs so far.
Exactly how you want to end your summer from Menlo Park. First pitch to Roan. It'll be high, ball 1. That one will. It's the zone 2-0. Really, the issue with the staff all season has been the walks, but today it's been the hits. It's been 6 hits this inning. 4 San Francisco, that swing and miss, though, brings it to 2-1.
And really the first time you've seen the Seagulls really get to the Legends pitching staff. I mean, like we mentioned, 2 runs the entire first 3 games and now 5 runs in this inning alone.
And you really hope it would happen at some point if you're San Francisco. Brings the count to 2-2 after the swing and miss. Lewick just looking to get an out. 1 out at a time here. To Roan. Fouled off. Runner at first could be looking to go. It's Lordier. So it's Lordier at first, Sundar at third. Runners on the corners, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here for San Francisco. That one will just miss. Loads up the count, 3-2. Long at bat here to Ethan Roan. Do the full count pitch here. Goes back. And that will be the first out of the inning. Gets the first base runner, Lordier, slacking. The first out of the third. I wonder if that has to do with how the Seagulls dugout was behaving. The umpire just gave that call there because of it.
Yeah, maybe, potentially, but it did look like Lewick had a pretty good move right there. Looked like he was going to get him regardless.
As that'll be caught up by Finney for the second out of the inning. The runner holds up. And just like this, two quick outs here.
Yeah, that's a great turn of events for Reese Lewick. Unfortunately, has been tagged for 5 runs, but he does get the pickoff right there and then gets the quick fly ball after that. Now 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning.
Great bounce back here for Lewick and this Legends defense. Brings up Andrew Tinsley to the plate. First at bat of the game after Landry got tossed. I went to high and in, ball 1. Tinsley. Swings and misses there. 1-1. No hits, no runs, no RBIs. The San Francisco outfielder. Only 1-1 to Tinsley, who swings and misses there. 1-2. Lewick starting to dial it back in here.
Yeah, he's going back to his best pitch right there, the cutter, getting 2 swings and misses. Potentially also playing an effect is the shadows, as we're seeing them come into effect a little bit here. Advantage goes to the pitcher when the shadows are in the batter's box right there.
That slider will be hit late, foul. Count will remain 1-2. If there's one thing about this Legends side against Francisco, especially yesterday, it's that they can score runs in bunches. That one gets away from Lewick. Brings the count to 2-2. If you're Chris DeBoo, you have no reason to be concerned yet.
Yeah, you're not worried yet. You really just want Reese to get out of this inning so that you can wait to go to Dawson Raddick, who looks like will be coming on eventually.
Oh, just misses there, 3-2. Outer part of the plate to the righties has been a bit of an extended zone, but that time, plate ump says, no, missed the zone, 3-2. Full count here, 1 on third, 2 outs. Lewick just looking to get out of the inning. And unable to do so. It'll be a walk there on the cutter. Brings up Logan Hart once again this inning. He started it off. Hopefully for Lewick, he ends it off as well.
Yeah, you gotta hope that this is the last batter you face if you're Reese Lewick here. Really just want to get out of this inning, like we mentioned earlier, to prolong going to the bullpen if you're Chris DeBoo. Lewick got 2 quick outs and then unfortunately walked the next batter, so really looking for him to just dial back in and get this out.
Hart reached on a walk first time around, now with runners at first and third. Hits that one up. Foul, 0-1. It really has been the San Francisco side. The lineup has not really been one That's been their strong suit. Only have one guy hitting above 300. Only 3 batting above 250. So the lineup hasn't been their strong suit, but today the bat's coming alive. Everyone today has reached base for this Seagulls lineup. Not counting Landry, who got ejected in the second. 0-2. Fouled off, staying alive is Hart. We'll do it once again. Lewick was really quick work of the lineup in the first and the second. Now let's face the entire order here in the third as that one is hit into opposite field, drifting foul. Treese can't get to it. Leaves the ballpark. Count will stay at 0-2.
And it doesn't really look like Reese just has that put away pitch. I mean, we've seen a lot of 2-strike counts, and he only has 1 strikeout so far this inning.
0-2 once again. Hit, fouled off. Seems to me that this Seagulls lineup is really just tapped into what they know what they're going to get from Lewick at this point.
Yeah, I mean, his best pitch has been the cutter, and it really hasn't been a surprise. I mean, every single batter in this lineup has probably seen it at least once, so they all know about it.
That'll be strike 3 to end the inning. Lewick ends it. Sebastiani yelling at the ump. That has to be. He's already gotten 1 warning. That has to be his day. That is his day. Ejected. Sebastiani packing early. With Happy. Heard an expletive from the dugout. That should be an ejection as well, but they can't see who it is. So even though 5 runs come across the plate for San Francisco, at what cost? You lose your manager. When we return, it will be in the middle of the order. Avila, Finney, and Shea to the plate. Bottom of the third here. What has become a chippy game as we can see Sebastiani walking up the stairs to the car park. It'll be his day. Got tossed in the top of the third even after San Francisco scored 5 runs. And it's not every day you see a manager get tossed in an inning where they take a commanding lead of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great inning for the Seagulls, and like you said, they're still very frustrated with what happened in that inning.
And that'll be first pitch, called strike 1. The Seagulls dugout very happy with that one. 0-1. That'll be the count to 0-2 there. Avila lined out a hard hit ball to left field. Looking to start off the inning here and get something going in response. It goes to 1-2. Avila 1-2. The Kenyatta Colt waits the pitch. And goes down swinging. The pitcher, Gallegos, really shutting things down here to start the third. First batter goes down via swinging strike. Brings up Emmett Finney, who had a single to start out the first, homered in yesterday's win. Now, one out, nobody on. It's that one. Just foul. That looked very close to me. In fact, I think that should have been called fair.
Yeah, I think that was fair too, Nate, and maybe the umpires changing the course of this game a little bit. Emmett Finney probably up to the plate right here with a little chip on his shoulder. He was one of the guys that was very frustrated with how the Seagulls dugout was acting in that last half inning.
The 0-1 to Finney. So that one for strike two.
Yeah, a couple of interesting calls here to start this inning from the home plate umpire.
The 0-2 to Finney. In the same spot. I mean, if you're getting that call, you might as well go to the exact same pitch in the exact same zone. Our trackman said that missed. And the strike three looking for Finney.
Second baseman, number 15, Kevin Shea.
Yeah, and I talked to manager Chris DeBoo last night after the game. It sounds like he's very frustrated with the way the CCL umpires have been behind the plate. Today a little bit more pronounced, it seems like.
That brings up Kevin Shea. That one misses the zone. Called 0-1. It's nice to have a trackman. We have had umpires, come up here to get, to get analysis of their days. Everyone trying to get better. It'll be 0-2 to Shea. And goes down swinging. What an inning from Gallegos. Got some help from the umpires, but all three batters faced 3 up, 3 down, all via the strikeout. When we return, the Seagulls look to add on to the lead. 5-3 as we enter the fourth. Chippy game through 3 innings. We've seen 2 ejections, including the manager Sebastiani for San Francisco. But the Seagulls command a 5-3 lead here, ending at the top of the fourth. Reese Lewick continues his day. That first pitch finds the zone 0-1. Lewick, 73 pitches through 3 innings. That's his 74th on the day. Really having a hard time with his pitch count. Start out the fourth as that one is hit high into the field. Does anyone have it? Yes, they do. Belter makes the grab for a quick out one here in the fourth.
That's great to see if you're Reese Lewick right there getting an out on 2 pitches right there. a longer inning that
Now
last time
batting,
out.
the
And like we
catcher,
mentioned a
number
couple times,
34,
we're really looking for
Shane
length here from
Stanley.
Reese Lewick if you're manager Chris Debu and pitching coach Marcelo Saldana.
So gets a quick out one, brings up the 2-hole hitter, Shane Stanley. He's reached base twice today. As that one gets away from Lewick to the backstop, 1-0. There's just more complaints coming from the Seagulls dugout. This is just unbelievable. I haven't seen anything like this in our summer so far at CCL. Just Stanley upset. Got to gather himself to get back into the at-bat. He's only faced one pitch so far, but visibly upset. Umpire's still talking to him.
Yeah, and that's the catcher too, man. I mean, when you're the catcher, you really want to maintain a goodwill with the umpire, so not a great look for Shane Stanley right now.
So going back over the dugout. The umpire just checking in, letting him know I'm taking control of the game. It'll be 1-0 to Stanley. Lost for words, Victor.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very interesting game so far, Nate.
That one will be a quick out two. Frustrating if you're Stanley. As now there's been some warnings thrown out to the Legends dugout from the first base umpire.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 6, Kai Holm.
We've had a couple of warnings now. Looks like Reese Lewick got a warning right there after that errant sinker, and then now the Legends dugout getting a talking to from the first base umpire.
Now one finds his own 0-1. The 3-hole hitter, Kai Holm, last time around hit a single. Also struck out today. Gets behind early, 0-2.
Well, if anything, Nate, we're seeing Reese Lewick really get back in the strike zone, getting 2 kicked outs, and now 0-2 on this hitter right here.
Yeah, I would definitely say Raddick has slowed down his warm-up and gets the third strike swinging. Great inning there for Reese Lewick. Gets himself back into the game. It'll be 5-3 entering the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Shore, Treese, and Quinn, the back end of the order for Menlo Park. Bottom of the fourth. It's the hottest day of the year at CSM, and the tensions are red hot right now. Phil, you could just pitch there to Shore, 0-1. It'll be Shore, Treese, and Quinn to the plate.
And kudos to Gallegos. I mean, the umpire keeps giving him that call on the outside part of the play. He's going to keep taking it. Strike one right there.
0-1. Swing by Shore. That will be hit right to the left fielder. for a quick out one. Short. Unable to reach base.
Now batting, third baseman, number 22, Kanan Treese.
Brings up Kanan Treese to the plate. Last time we saw him, he hit a single. Scored a run as well in the second. This pitch Treese in the zone, 0-1. Treese just wrapped up a year at Orange Coast College where he hit 4 home runs. That one misses 1-1. Although we have seen strikes called there on righties. Also had perfect fielding for Orange Coast College, but has had a hard time in this hot and sunny Tuesday evening making outs. It'll be now 2-1 to Treese. Originally from Riverside, California. 2-1 to Treese. High, ball 3. Good job getting ahead in the count here.
Yeah, great job by Kanan Treese. I mean, we saw a lot in that last inning where Gallegos would just pound the strike zone and get them down pretty early. First batter, same thing. So good job by Kanan Treese to get ahead in the count here.
Breaks up that kind of streak there. That one hits foul. Brings the count to 3-2. It'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out here. To Treese on deck, Josh Quinn. The back end of the order. So we head over to short. Treese unable to beat the throw. It'll be the second out of the inning. Play made by Kai Holm, the shortstop. So, 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth.
The shortstop, number 7, Josh Quinn.
Brings up the 9-hole hitter, Josh Quinn. Had a single in the second that scored a run. Also had a 2 RBI single yesterday. First pitch to him, swinging 0-1. This is the first time all year that we have seen Gallegos go longer than 3 innings. He's through 3 2/3 here in the bottom of the fourth. 0-1 to Quinn. Hit high into left center. Holm will make the grab for the third out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go for Legends. When we return, it will be the Seagulls to the plate once again. Top of the fifth, it'll be Algarin, Sundar, and Lordier to the plate for San Francisco. Luis Loic entering his 5th inning of work gets a quick out one there. Seriously thought he was going to get pulled at some point in the third. Now, after a good 4th inning, Gets a quick out one there here in the top of the fifth.
And a great bounce back so far by Reese Lewick. Some quick outs is exactly what you want to see. Pitching to contact, slowing it down a little bit to get back in the zone. 82 on that first pitch, gets an out regardless.
Kind of what you expect to see from a guy that's really thrown, these sinkers, the sliders, the cutters, pinch to contact. That one will find the zone. 0-1. Good job by Lewick. Just find the inside part of the plate. 0-1 to Sundar. Had a double last time up. I don't know, we low ball one. It's been a good bounce back for Lewick. That one is hit foul, opposite field. Finney, chase, and will slide in for the catch. That's the second out of the inning. What a play by Finney. Flash in the glove in the foul territory to get the second out of the inning.
Yeah, great play by Finney right there. And great job by Reese Lewick so far, getting 2 quick outs on 4 pitches.
Having a fantastic 24 hours, isn't Emmett Finney?
Yeah, Emmett Finney's just been on fire the last 24 hours, so glad to see that for him.
And that will be hit high into opposite field. Belcher makes the grab. It's a quick 1, 2, 3, fifth inning. The Seagulls put the bay. When we return, it'll be Musey, Belcher, and Crawford to the plate. Bottom of the fifth will be the top of the order for Menlo Park. Logan Musey, Evan Belcher, and Jordan Crawford. Still facing Gallegos, who's entering his 5th inning of work, rocking the shades on the mound. Not something you see all the time. First pitch, Musey wanted to lay down a bunt there, but pulls it back. 1-0.
And we just got our official attendance today. 37 people in attendance today at College of San Mateo, courtesy of our beautiful scorer.
Thank you, Gabriel. That one will just be grabbed by Andrew Tinsley. It was hit high into left field. What a great play by Tinsley to get a quick out one. Way to flash the glove out there and left.
Now batting, right fielder, number 17, Evan Belcher.
That brings up Evan Belcher for the quick out one to Musey. Belcher walked and ground out. There's pitch swinging over to the third baseman. Belcher trying to beat the throw, will not. Quick out 2. Ever since the top of the third, we've seen a lot of quick innings here at CSM.
Everybody's just pitching a contact now. Gallegos and Lewick are both just doing their thing. It's exactly what you want to see from both of them. But more so Reese Lewick, who is now 91 pitches through 5 innings, especially good after being in there 3 innings, 73 pitches.
Especially after, how hot the tensions were in the top of the third. It's nice to see the game kind of cool down. Everyone get level-headed. First pitch to Crawford, misses the zone, 1-0.
Yeah, it's maybe cooled down as the temperature has cooled down here a little bit. The shade is coming in. Maybe everybody's vibes are a little bit higher now.
Fouled off 1-1, Crawford just under it. It'll be Crawford at the plate with 2 outs. Nobody on. 1-1 to the lefty. High ball 2. On deck, JP Avila. Two one. That'll be strike 2 looking. Was pulled back in by the catcher Stanley. Maybe doing a good job of painting it there for the ump. 2-2. Trying to do it again. Unsuccessful this time. Loads at the count 3-2. Three-two to Crawford, who hits that one. Great play by Holm, who beats the throw in at first. He's down the side. Last 9 batters face. All 9 go down. When we return, it will be the top of the 6th. Still a 5-3 game in favor of San Francisco. Top of the 6th. New on for Menlo Park. It'll be Dawson Raddick into the game. Raddick, the submarine arm. This is college ball at Concordia. First pitch. As you can see right there, very funky release. Gets down low. Basically scrapes the ground with his arm. First pitch, 1-0. Why is it so tough for you as a batter to face the submarine guy?
Yeah, it's super difficult. I mean, it's tough to pick it up, especially right now with how the Shadows are playing. Definitely Dawson Raddick has the advantage going up against the Seagulls.
2-0 pitch. Finds his own. 2-1. So we just got Luke's call. On the game. 5 innings. Gave up 6 hits. 5 earned runs. 2 walks. 6 strikeouts. 1 pitches. Also hit a batter. That one fouled off. 2-2. Raddick comes back in the count here. He made 1 appearance last year for Concordia where he struck out both batters faced. Two pitch. Misses. 3-2.
Yeah, and the Seagulls are not foreign to Dawson Raddick. They faced him at least once so far in their first matchup. He closed out the game at San Bruno.
3-2 from Raddick. Gets him looking. Loud complaints from San Francisco. Ethan Roan
Now batting, left fielder,
confused there, but
10, Andrew Tinsley.
walks back to the dugout in shame. 1 out, nobody on here. Brings up Andrew Tinsley.
Yeah, and that is a pitch that is a little bit off the plate according to our TrackMan. However, it is definitely closer than a couple of the other pitches we've seen called strikes today.
What a play by Dawson Raddick there to get the tough grab, hopped up to reach it for the second out of the inning. Always nice when the pitcher can play some defense as well.
Yeah, and that's just a classic PFP, a pitcher's fielding position play right there. Absolutely anticipating that. You see how he falls off the mound. A little bit different to other pitchers. Some guys aren't anticipating the ground ball right back to him. Dawson Raddick is.
That one misses 1-0. The Logan Hart to the plate. Walk and a strikeout today. Second pitch. Side, ball 2.
And Logan Hart was at the plate when Dominic Sebastiani got tossed last time, so maybe a little bit of bad will with the umpire here.
2-0, 2 out, nobody on. Raddick. This is the zone there. Brings the count to 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And that one will find the zone, strike 1. Although I don't know if it actually really found the zone. The umpire says it did, but it barely even shows up on our TrackMan. 3-1. Hit weakly, 3-2. Raddick, another guy that can force weak contact as the submarine pitcher.
Yeah, it's definitely one of his strengths so far. We're seeing on that sinker 30% ground ball rate so far for him this year. Slider, same thing, 50% on that pitch.
Only 3 strikeouts through 6 1/3 before this game. And gets another one there. Beautiful strikeout from Raddick to end the top of the 6th. And we return to Lee Avila, Finney, and Shea to the plate for Menlo Park. Bottom of the 6th, it'll be Avila, Finney, and Shea to the plate. Started off with JP, who's yet to reach base today. Looks at that one. Ball 1. Avila this past year at Kenyatta at 313, 8 home runs, 48 RBIs. Good for a school to play at. 1-0. Swinging brings the count to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Avila. Really struggled with the play today. 2-1. Yesterday, 1 hit, RBI. Also crossed the plate to score a run. 4th pitch, the at-bat high, ball 3. Gallegos still going strong here in the bottom of the 6th. This is way longer than his previous longest outing of work. 3-1 to Avila. That will be a 5-pitch walk. Lets the leadoff man on, brings up Emmett Finney. One of the last guys you want to face if you're San Francisco right now. Started the game with a single, then a home run yesterday. As I think we're going to be seeing a pinch runner into the game for J.P. Avila. Known for his speed, brings in Vaskin Smith. I would also expect Smith to stay in left field.
For the Menlo Park Legends, pinch running for J.P. Avila. Number 18, Vaskin Smith.
So it'll be Smith at first. Finney to the plate. On deck is Kevin Shea.
Now batting for the Legends, first baseman, number 44, Emmett Finney.
Brings up Finney. Committed to San Jose State as of this morning, joining the Mountain West. One of the few Mountain West guys on this team, actually, along with Max Shore, Reese Lewick, Cole Roberts. Great baseball conference. First pitch to the righty. Low, ball 1. Stanley doesn't let Smith advance. It'll be 1-0, 1 on, nobody out. Gallegos, after retiring 12 straight batters, walked Avila and hits Finney there. It'll be 2 on, nobody out here. Arm starting to warm up in the bullpen for San Francisco. Stanley kind of letting the pitcher Gallegos take his time here.
You maybe wonder if that's on purpose right there. Emmett Finney was one of the guys who was chirping a little bit at the Seagulls dugout. Doesn't look like it was, but Cristobal will go to his bench again.
We'll be getting another pinch runner. Throwing Felch into the game at first as the pinch runner. We're getting a little bit of a mound visit here to the pitcher Gallegos. We'll be back very shortly. Looking back in here, bottom of the 6th, Gallegos remains in the game. Brings up Kevin Shea with 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. With 2 on, Menlo Park showed bunt there. Maybe looking to be a double steal situation. Both Felch and Smith have some speed.
Yeah, and when you're down 2, it's not necessarily the worst idea, mate.
No, definitely not. Puts 2 runners in scoring positions. A hit ties the game likely with their speed. Instead, it'll be 1-0. And that'll be inside. Ball 2. Shea getting ahead here. 3rd straight batter to do so against Gallegos this inning.
Definitely a good look if you're the Legends offense. Maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in here for Gallegos, who's been asked to go a little bit longer than usual.
Yeah, before this, his longest outing, as mentioned before, was only 3 innings. Now, behind 3-0. Tough day for Gallegos. Tough inning, excuse me.
Yeah, tough inning. He's had a good game before this, but maybe that fatigue setting in. He's being asked to do something that he's not usually done. On the Seagulls side, they definitely need it. I mean, we saw a lot of pitchers being used yesterday.
Pitch right there brings it to 3-1. Gallegos, the CSU East Bay arm. Teammate of a couple guys on the legacy. 3-1. Hit high into right field. That will be caught. What a play by the right fielder. Instead, I think Smith thought that was going to drop. He easily could have tagged there. Instead, forced to hold up. Will be 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Tough to get out on a hard hit ball like that.
Tough to get out right there. 95 miles an hour off the bat of Kevin Shea. The ball that was absolutely pieced up, and it just did not get down for him. Unfortunate.
So we'll be 3-1. Excuse me. 2 on. Nobody out. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one missed the zone. 1-0. So it'll be 1-0 to Max Shore. Still yet to get his first hit as a Legends. This would be a great time to do so. So that one low, ball 2. You'll take him getting ahead in this count right here.
Something that the Legends have done a lot of this inning, and no surprise that they have 2 runners on base. The other ball that wasn't out was a hard hit ball by Kevin Shea.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th to Shore. This past year at Riverside City College had 290. OBP of 371. And looks at that one, 3-0. He's only reached base once. And we'll take the 4-pitch walk right there. And I think that might just be Gallegos' day. Bases loaded, 1 out. We'll be back after his pitching change. Bases loaded, 1 out, and out of the Seagulls bullpen is the big guns. It'll be Will Ellis up to the mound. He has yet to allow a run all year. Has more strikeouts than innings pitched, 18 in 13 innings of work. And they need to get outs and keep a lead. He's usually who they go to. Gets the swing in there, 0-2. Already seeing why this guy's so good.
Yeah, and with the bases loaded, absolutely, you have to go with the best guy out of the bullpen. Will Ellis, it looks like, has been that guy for San Francisco so far. He's bringing the heat so far, 91 miles an hour on that first pitch.
And gets him swinging 0-3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Treese goes down swinging to get the second out of the inning. We still have bases loaded, but puts a lot more pressure on Quinn.
Josh Quinn.
2 outs. Just got Gallegos' line. 5 1/3 innings of work. He had 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Walked 3, hit 1 by a pitch, struck out 4 on 81 pitches. Overall, a pretty solid outing for the righty. That one gets away from Ellis. As it counts to 1-0. Ellis, originally from Mustang, Oklahoma, plays the college ball for Oklahoma Baptist University. 1-0. Hit over to the second baseman. That will be the final out of the inning. All 3 runners stranded. No runs come across the plate as Will Ellis gets out of the bases loaded jam. When we return, we'll see Dawson Raddick's second inning of work. Top of the 7th. Legends missed a big opportunity to get some runs on the board. Bases loaded, 1 out. Instead, it'll be Dawson Raddick entering his second inning of work. Matt Moreno to the plate. It'll be Moreno, Stanley, and Holm for San Francisco this inning. First pitch on the submarine arm. Raddick trying to beat him out. And does so for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. A little sketchy over there at first, though.
A little sketchy, but like we've seen already at once by Dawson Raddick, he knows how to field his position, gets over there quickly, is the main reason why he gets that first out.
So it'll be 1 pitch, 1 out. That's exactly what Raddick can do. Force some ground balls to get quick outs. Brings up Shane Stanley, the catcher, one of the more vocal guys in the Seagulls lineup, as we just heard a helmet being slammed on the ground over there in the Seagulls dugout.
Yeah, a lot of frustration from both sides on a hotter day, so maybe the weather putting in a little bit of effect here on the players.
Brought up the statistic in between innings that homicides go up in when it's hotter weather. Wonder if that also just has to do with frustration during baseball games. This will be 1-1, 1 out, and nobody on here for Stanley. That'll be hit. Raddick tried to make the throw. Instead, it'll get past the new shortstop. Quinn still in. Unable to make the throw. That is 91 off of the bat of Stanley for the 1 out. Hit. It's the runner at first.
The shortstop, number 6, Kai Holm.
Brings up Kai Holm, although with Raddick and what his expertise is, could have a double play as an option here.
Yeah, Dawson Raddick goes to that sinker a lot. It's a sinker that's very unique. A lot of drop on that coming in from down low. Definitely gets a lot of ground balls here.
First ball there, outside, 1-0. Raddick. It's the called strike one, brings it to 1-1. Originally from Gretna, Nebraska. Take a guess at the population of Gretna, Nebraska, Victor?
Well, never heard of it, and it's in Nebraska, so I'm going to go with 37.
That's the attendance of our game tonight. Population of Gretna is actually 9,000, so definitely a small town. That is the second out of the inning there. Flew out to right field. Brings up Josh Algarin.
Number 3, Josh Algarin.
The runner at first. 2 outs. And the center fielder to the plate. So far today, already singled. Scored a run. Continue his excellent start to the day. First pitch gets away from Raddick, 1-0. Pitch. Finds his zone, 1-1. Great pitch in the zone there from Raddick.
Apologies to all of our viewers from Gretna, Nebraska, by the way, for not knowing your population.
1-1 here. Misses 2-1. So the runner on base, Raddick now looking a little more wild. Missing the zone a little more.
See the batter maybe pulled a hamstring right there, getting out of the way of that sinker from Dawson Raddick. But we're back here, recouping after that pitch that went a little bit inside.
2-1. 2 outs, 1 on. At the top of the 7th. That one way outside, ball 3. They're trying to just see if he'll go for the swing and miss there on the sinker.
Yeah, you're ahead. You're not necessarily ahead in the count, so it's very confusing pitch right there from Dawson Raddick. You really just want to see him get back in the zone here.
Third one goes to that area again, and it'll be a 5-pitch walk. 2 batters in a row are walked. Brings up Nav Sundar to the plate, the first baseman. This Raddick now just trying to gather himself.
Now batting.
It's good work going.
First baseman, number 27, Pranav Sundar.
Pitch hit over to second. And the play is made by Kevin Shea to get the final out of the 7th. 2 batters walked there with 2 outs, but no run score. Remains 5-3 as we enter the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th will be Musey, Belter, and Crawford to the plate. First pitch. Musey finds his own 0-1. Ellis has been one of the top pitchers for the Seagulls this summer. A team full of a great staff, and Ellis might be the best one. The ball gets away from there, 1-1. Ellis only allowing a 265 OBP against his opponents. But it's only slugging 205 as well, as that one is hit high into the infield. And Ellis Kent makes the grab. Sun, it's like one of the last spots in the field where the sun is still shining and really shows there. Leadoff man is on.
And that's unfortunate for Will Ellis right there. A lot of the times the coach will just tell you as a pitcher to get out of the way and let the position players do their job. Unfortunate look for a lot of us pitchers who get told so often that we're not athletes.
It's okay. I still think you're an athlete, Victor. 1 on, nobody out here for Evan Belter, who lays down a bunt that is unable to be fielded by the pitcher. Okay, maybe you're not an athlete, Victor. The pitcher couldn't make the grab there. Tried to dive for it. Instead, puts runners on first and second, nobody out. Ooh, Ellis under a bit of a pressure here.
And your attention, please.
As we'll be bringing in Hayden Young Goldberg into the game for Young Goldberg in for Felch, who came in for Crawford. And Goldberg, one of the leaders this year for the Legends, hitting 282, 440 OBP. Also leads the team in stolen bases.
And your attention, please. For the Menlo Park Legends, pinch hitting for Jordan Crawford, number 6, Hayden Young Goldberg.
And with 2 runners on here, Chris DeBoo's going to one of his trusted guys at the top of the lineup. Usually getting the day off today, will be allowed to pinch hit here with 2 on, down 2.
Yeah, tying run up first. A run that give you the leave in the bottom of the 2nd is at the plate. Young Goldberg looking to just do something positive. First pitch, Sean Bunt. Unable to lay it down, 0-1. I do like the call there to lay down the bunt, though. Yeah. Goldberg, one of the speedier guys, can beat the throw to first, and then, you know, it's always nice if you can advance runners from first and second to second and third.
And on that note, also, the pitcher has not necessarily shown himself to be very good at fielding his position, so you got to test him here.
And that's why we're laying down a bunt. Ooh, stay in! And we'll beat the throw. It's a bunt to load up the bases with nobody out. What a play there by Young Goldberg.
That was an absolutely beautiful bunt right there by Hayden Young Goldberg. Usually on the turf field, you don't see that ball stay fair, but he does get the good roll right there, the good backspin on the baseball to keep it fair there by Hayden Young Goldberg.
If you were to go into a dictionary
18,
and
Smith.
Go over to B and look at bunt, that'd be the photo next to it. That was a tailor-made bunt from Young Goldberg. Brings up Vaskin Smith to the plate. In for Avila. That was a pinch runner. First pitch, swinging. 0-1. Vaskin Smith leads the team in home runs. Has some pop on his bat. Looking to show it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Looks at that one. 0-2. Smith this year batting .250. Had a good day yesterday. Now finds himself down to 0-2 to Ellis, who's yet to give up a run all year. That one will miss the zone. 1-2. Good take there by Vaskin Smith.
Yeah, especially on an 0-2 count where you're more apt to swing the bat to protect. Good take right there on a ball that was clearly going to be out of the zone 100% of the time.
1-2. Bases loaded. Hit. Foul. Stay at 1-2. We'll do it again. 1-2 after the foul ball from Smith. the New Mexico native, committed to play for the Lobos. And gets rung up there on the inside of the plate for the first out of the inning. And that was a great pitch by Ellis. Trackman says that just found the line.
First baseman, number
It's a
9,
great pitch right there.
Rowan
Back up
Felch.
slider, gets the zone, exactly what you want to do right there. An inning that necessarily hasn't gone your way, and he still finds a way to get the strikeout. Looking for Rowan Felch to change the tide here a little bit.
Bases loaded to Felch. Swinging 0-1. What we've noticed with Felch recently is that he's definitely had swinging a lot more earlier in counts. That could be advantageous, but this is his first time facing Ellis today. So he handles it. 0-1. Outside. Ball 1. Ties it up. Evens it up for the former CSM Bulldog, now committed to play for UC Irvine. 1-1. Outside, but that will be called strike 2. I'm looking there. And a pitch that was out of his zone, called 1-2 now. Hit hard. Towards the second baseman. Felch has speed. He will beat the throw. That's a 1-run game here off of the single from Rowan Felch. Just showing the speed that he has. Legends now. That's the first earned run of the year for Will Ellis.
Now batting, second baseman, number 15, Kevin Shea.
That brings up Kevin Shea. Last time we saw him lined out to right field.
And the Legends have yet to hit the ball out of the infield so far, and they have a run on the board, and they still have the bases loaded here for Kevin Shea, who did put the ball in play for 95 miles an hour off the bat.
Oh, and his hit towards the right fielder. Runner thought about tagging, but Filcher will hold up. Not the fastest guy on the team. Does have some speed, but it was a great throw by the left fielder, Tinsley. Definitely defense, one of his strengths, and that brings you to bases loaded, 2 outs for the catcher, Max Shore.
Yeah, unfortunate for Kevin Shea right there. Like I was just saying, he hit the ball very hard last time, hits the ball again very hard, and is not rewarded twice.
Yeah, that was 92 miles an hour off of the bat of Shea. Brings up Shore, the Fresno State commit. First pitch. Swinging. Hit weakly over to third for the final out of the 7th. Legends score 1 run, but unable to really capitalize on a bases-loaded situation in back-to-back innings. It is now 5-4 entering the top of the 8th. Welcome in here, top of the 8th. It'll be Lordier, Roan, and Tinsley to the plate. Dawson Raddick still on the mound, the submarine arm. Entering his third inning of work, looking pretty solid here for the Legends today.
Yeah, we were saying how Ellis isn't necessarily a good athlete on the mound, or at least he didn't necessarily display those skills in that last half inning. Dawson Raddick has been doing a great job fielding his position so far this game.
The 0-2 to Lordier. So far today, Lordier has reached base on a single. He's flown out into the outfield a couple times as well, 1 for 3. He's been their top hitter this year. Hits that one in the opposite field. Catch made by the right fielder Bilter for the first out of the inning. Another quick out from Raddick, exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm.
Yeah, and that's all he's necessarily done since getting into this ball game. He's just gotten those quick outs, gotten ahead in counts, really slowing down the pace of the San Francisco Seagulls offense.
So that'll be Ethan Roan to the plate. So we saw him went down on strikes on a call that the Seagulls dugout, well, to be polite, just didn't disagree with. They were very vocal about the decision. We 1-0 to the second baseman. Second pitch. This is his own 2-0. Not even a hesitation there from the umpire. 2 balls, no strikes to Roan, the second baseman. Batting from the right side. And that one misses. 3-0. 3 pitches, 3 balls to Ethan Roan. Roan, another one of the Oklahoma guy on his team. Looks at that one, 3-1. From Choctaw, Oklahoma, who goes to East Central University.
And Nate, are you going to make me guess the population of Choctaw, Oklahoma?
Would you like to?
Well, it seems like we got to continue this trend at this point. And I got to redeem myself. 37 was not a great guess.
Choctaw, population. Take a guess.
I'm going to go with 11,000.
12,000. What a guess by Victor. Gets strike 3 looking. Raddick. Good there. The second out of the inning.
Yeah, battling back there from a 3-0 count. Love to see that from
Now
Dawson
batting,
Raddick.
left fielder, number 10.
Well done. It's not easy to do to come back from a 3-0 count as a pitcher and then get the strikeout, but that's what Raddick does right there. Brings up Andrew Tinsley. He's made a lot of great plays over and left. Looks at that one, 1-0. Tinsley also was walked his first time through. Since then, yet to reach base. Hits that one weakly to second for the final out of the inning. Seagulls go down 1-2-3 when we return. Bottom of the 8th. The Legends crawling back into the game here when we return. Come in here, bottom of the 8th. It'll be Nicholas Walsh, who's coming into the game for Cannon Treese. We can do start a little bit of a rally here in the bottom of the 8th as Menlo Park finds themselves down. And one run hits that one hard to the new second baseman Jake Brewer for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and you get put into the game and the ball finds you. It's the old adage of baseball: the ball will always find you.
90 miles an hour off of the bat of
Now
Walsh.
the shortstop, number 7, Josh Quinn.
Really tough to not get that one past the second baseman. Instead, brings up Josh Quinn to the plate. Quinn singled to start his day since then, yet to reach base. Looks at that one, ball 1. We 1-0 to Quinn. On deck, Logan Musey. As he hits that one, foul, 1-1. Quinn, kind of Lutheran guy, had a pretty solid average there last season, 283. Also a threat on the base path, stole 7 bags for Cal Lutheran this past season. As he hits that one, quickly over to third, trying to beat the throw, unable to for the second out of the inning. Will Ellis, after a tough 6th and 7th, shutting on the back end of a lineup here in the bottom of the 8th.
And he's really showing why he's been the Seagulls' go-to guy in big situations so far.
Now
He's taken the ball and just
number 23,
absolutely
Logan
put the Legends to
Musey.
rest, aside from that last inning, which, to be honest, was a little bit... he allowed himself to get those runners on base with the couple errors.
Brings up Logan Busey, batting leadoff today. Swing and misses at that one, 0-1. Singled last time around, also scored the run in the 8th. Don't mind a repeat of that. 0-1 to Musey. Gets away from Ellis, 1-1. Brings the count to even. 1, 2 outs, nobody on here for Menlo Park. Musey, the Brown University player, hits that one hard, breaks the bat. And that will be the final out of the inning. Down goes Legends 1, 2, 3. Tough there in the bottom of the 8th. Still a 1-run game as we enter the top of the 9th. 5-4. Top of the 9th, 1-run game. Does it get any better than this? Dawson Raddick remains in on the mound. It'll be Logan Hart, Matt Moreno, and Shane Stanley into the game. And the top of the 9th. First pitch to Hart will be fouled off, 0-1. Definitely refreshing to get a close game here. Feels like the last couple games we've had at CSM have been blowouts.
Yeah, finally we get some exciting baseball. Obviously, the last few games, we've had a blowout yesterday in the favor of the Legends. The one before that, a tough loss to the Stompers. Today, finally, we got a good ball game, Nate.
It's the count to 1-1 on the ball there. Hart today walked, since then struck out twice, including being struck out by Lewick in the 6th. That one gets away from him. Ball 2. Radek sat down the order 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. Now here, 2-1 to Hart. That one doesn't find the zone. 3-1. Getting into a favorable count here, Hart.
Yeah, we saw Dawson Radek really fall behind in the count last inning, and he was able to battle back, so I wouldn't necessarily say he's out of this at-bat just yet.
3-1. Nobody on, nobody out. Hit hard to the second baseman, but Shea makes the grab for the first out of the inning. It is crucial here if you are Menlo Park to not allow any more damage to the Seagulls.
Yeah, down 1 run. You're right there with 1 more try to go in the bottom of the 9th inning. You just absolutely cannot allow them to add another run here.
So it'll be nobody on, 1 out to the leadoff man, Moreno. Hasn't reached base since the 3rd. First pitch. Very inside, 1-0. Before Concordia was at Ventures Community College. Hits that one. Over to the shortstop, Quinn. Jump throw! Gets the out! What a play by Josh Quinn to get the second out of the inning. Flashing the glove over there.
Yeah, great play by Josh Quinn right there. Super important to get that runner, keeping the base paths empty for Dawson Radek here.
Doesn't look easy to do, and certainly not the easiest thing to get done there by Quinn. Brings up Shane Stanley. With 2 outs, nobody on. Big second out there for Menlo Park. Who hits that one? Stanley right back to Quinn for the final out of the inning. Seagulls go down 1, 2, 3. When we return, a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 9th. Make sure you stay with us. It'll be Bilter, Hayden Young-Goldberg, and Vaskin Smith to the plate for Menlo Park. Legends find themselves down by a run here in the bottom of the 9th. You have 3 outs to either tie it or take the lead and walk it off here. Bilter up to the plate first. Remaining in the game, Will Ellis. He's been, besides the 7th, absolutely shut down. So that one is fouled off, 0-1. Last time Bilter faced Ellis, he hit a single. 0-1. Swinging 0-2. Belter looking to start things off with a pop.
Yeah, and if you're Evan Bilter here, the absolute thing you must do is get on base. That's the first step to getting a rally going. Get on base. Let the next guy, hitting young Goldberg, by the way, do some damage.
0-2, not really how you get on base, getting down in the count. That pitch misses his own, 1-2. I like that pitch a lot, though, from Ellis.
It's a good pitch. It's a waste pitch. Obviously, 0-2 count. Leadoff guy, you don't have to give in here, so really just making the hitter come to you instead of you coming to the hitter. There.
Swung 2 straight times, just probably feeling it out if he'd swing and miss right there. 1-2 to Bilter, who hits that one in the outfield. It will drop for a hit. The leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the 9th. A big leadoff single for Evan Bilter.
Great at-bat right there by Evan Bilter. Down in the count, 0-2. Spits on a tough sinker, then puts the bat head out there, gets the base hit, allows the team to get some energy going, and gives Hayden Young Goldberg here an opportunity to do some damage. One of the best hitters on the lineup for the Legacy, or the Legends, excuse me.
Has some speed at first. Could be looking to steal here. Hayden Young Goldberg, the Santa Clara commit. Facing Ellis. Hits that one high into left field. Tinsley giving chase, but will make the first out of the inning. That's a tough out right there for Young Goldberg, who hit the ball pretty well, 85 miles an hour off the bat, but Tinsley really shutting things down and left.
Yeah, it's a tough at-bat right there for Hayden Young Goldberg. I mean, if you're a hitter right there, you want to see a couple pitches, allow the pitcher to come to you like we were just talking about it. Unfortunately, jumps on the first pitch. It was a good barrel, but is it out?
Brings up Vaskin Smith with 1 out. Double play ends the game. First pitch to Smith. Looks at that one. Just fastball down the middle of the zone, 0-1. I think he was always just going to take that pitch there. It was a pitch to swing at, honestly, but...
Yeah, pitch to swing at, but you're going to take that pitch, especially after the last batter went down on one pitch.
0-1 to Smith. Takes that one again, this time for a ball, 1-1. Tough take there for Smith, but a good one at that. The 1-1 to the New Mexico native. Runner at first is Bilter. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Looks at that one. Inside, called for strike 2. Great pitch there by Ellis to find the zone. It is 1-2, 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. 1-2, swing and miss, strike 3. Ellis gets the Legends down to their final out. It'll be Rowan Felch to the plate.
First baseman, number 9, Rowan Felch.
Hit a single last time around. He is their final out. First pitch to Felch. Swing and 0-1. Tough to swing and miss there.
Yeah, especially on a pitch that's way outside there for Rowan Felch. Not necessarily the pitch you want to be swinging at when you're trying to get a rally going here for the Legends.
0-1 to Felch. Runner at first is Bilter. 2 outs. Swinging 0-2. 92 in the top of the zone. That's a pitch you want to hammer into the gap. Instead, Felch just misses it, unable to catch up. 0-2, down to their final strike. The Legends. Do they have a miracle in them? Looks at that one, 1-2.
Ellis really getting to the heat right there, 93 on that last pitch, really bringing it with 1 pitch to go here for the San Francisco Seagulls.
1-2 to Felch, who fouls that one off. It'll go to 2-2. It'll stay at 1-2, excuse me. The Seagulls looking for their first win of the year over Menlo Park. The Legends down 1, looking to stay undefeated. 1-2 pitch once again. Swing and miss, strike 3, that's ball game. The Seagulls get their first win of the year over Menlo Park, snap a 4-game slide, and leave San Mateo with a split series between the Seagulls and the Legends. Tough loss there for Menlo Park. You had the lead, and then you lost it in the 3rd. All 5 runs for San Francisco came in that 3rd inning.
And you got to bet that if the Legends don't have the 2 errors which are on the scoreboard right now, they maybe pull out with this win. I mean, it's something that Chris DeBoo has really talked about all year, is limiting those errors, limiting those mental mistakes. Couldn't do it today with the walks and the errors. Definitely one of the main reasons why the Legends could not keep up this winning streak against the San Francisco Seagulls.
So the Legends, after winning yesterday, lose today. We'll be traveling over to Sonoma to take on the Stompers before facing the Seagulls once again. We'll all be Seagulls and Stompers this week. We'll be back here on the 6th for a legacy game. The Legends will be back home on the 9th. Until then, we'll see you next time. For Victor Martin.